The Osun State Ministry of Education, in commemoration of an International Day Against Violence and Bullying at School, including cyberbullying, organized a sensitization walk in collaboration with the Association for Reproductive and Family Health, Arfh, and SUBEB. The program gathered students across the state capital to create awareness and enlighten them on combating bullying. Here is the report.
UNESCO member states declare the first Thursday of November as the International Day Against Violence and Bullying at School, including cyberbullying, recognizing that school-related violence in all its forms is an infringement of children's and adolescents' rights to education and their health and well-being. In commemorating this, the Osun State Ministry of Education and SUBEB, with support from Association for Reproductive and Family Health, organized a sensitization program with the theme Protect, Educate, Empower, Learners Call for Safe and Inclusive Schools. The program, which was also supported by UNESCO, gathers students from various secondary schools in Olorunda local government area to enlighten them on standing against bullying. A representative from the Association for Reproductive and Family Health, Samson Odukogbe, speaking on the purpose of the walk, emphasized on ensuring that the school environment is safe and free from intimidation.
To create awareness, right? To tell our friends, to tell our teachers, to tell our family members, to tell our community members that we really do not need to be part of violence. We really do not need to be part of school-related gender-based violence. We don't need to bully our colleagues. We don't need to fight. We need to make our environment and our schools safe and inclusive. What did I say? Safe and what? Inclusive. We are commemorating this day to make sure that we get schools that are safe and what? Inclusive.
On her part, the overall head of principals in Osun State, Mrs. Eniola Arowoyemi, stressed that keeping the school environment safe is a collective responsibility of teachers, parents, and students alike. She urged the students to report all cases of bullying to school authorities and also enjoined all participants to keep preaching the message of safety.
And it is a collective responsibility. The parents must be aware of that. The students in the school must be aware of that. The teachers too must be aware of that. And when we are to keep our schools safe, all of us must work together as a team. That is the purpose of this gathering. And when the school is safe, it will be free from violence. It will be free from any form of malfunctioning.
Speaking separately in an interview, Mr. Odukogbe stressed the need for all stakeholders, including students, teachers, parents, community leaders, and the state government, to come together to fight against bullying.
It starts with the students themselves. It starts with the students understanding the fact that they should be lovers of themselves, that they should serve as peers. They should form peer groups speaking against bullying amongst themselves. Also, the teachers who are their guidance, their first point of contact for guidance, they should as well provide guidance for these students, letting them know the ethical standards as to what the students are meant to do, including the school authority, the government, and every body involved in this, including our community leaders, our religious leaders. They play key and vital role, in making sure that the laws that are being put by our government are being held, in our communities to enable us have a safe and inclusive environment, including our schools.
The State Program Officer for Association for Reproductive and Family Health, Mr. Olushola Ogbamide, said 1,120 teachers in 120 schools have been trained across 4 local government areas in the state to ensure continuity in the awareness and sensitization against bullying.
Don't forget also that we have trained 1,120 schools, 1,120 teachers in 160 schools across 4 LGs in the state. We expect that these messages, after being inserted into the curriculum, will continue. Every day there will be assembly talks, there will be dramas, there will be songs, so that these children can imbibe this idea, can imbibe this notion, to make sure bullying is stopped in schools, violence is stopped in school, including cyberbullying.
Mrs. Rukayat Afolabi, one of the teachers who participated in the sensitization program, promised to build more on the lessons learned and impact them on the students.
We have we have 3 in our school that represented the whole school for this program. So we have to organize the students and to lecture them on how to stop this act. because it is really, really affecting the school as a whole. Not only the students, but it's affecting the student, the whole school as a whole. So we have a program, literary and debate. We try to organize the students and lecture them on this program.
Some of the objectives of the program, as highlighted, include rejigging UNESCO clubs and counseling units across schools, and will also involve parents. The sensitization walk, which began from Freedom Park in Osogbo, the state capital, then proceeded to other parts of the capital city, preaching the message of safety and an end to bullying. Lydia Adegbaju, Western Spring Television.